One of the first things you're going to want to do when you set up your new Joomla site is to set the article parameters. Article parameters determine a number of items about how your articles are published to your site. Parameters are here. When you look at these, they're pretty self-explanatory. Show unauthorized links says that if I'm not logged in, I can still see the links to articles for registered members only. By default, this is turned to no, and usually I don't like to frustrate my users, so I leave that the way it is. Do I want to show the article title? Yes, I do. If I don't, I can just click no. Is the title linkable? And again, you'll notice all of these little yellow pop-ups. Joomla has these on most labels. If I want to make my article titles into a link, I can change that to yes. Do I want to show my intro text? Yes, I do. In a blog layout, do I want to show the section name? Do I want to have the section title linkable? If I have both of these set to show and yes on the section title, it will take me to a listing of all the articles in that section. Do I want to show the category title, and do I want to have that linked as well? Same idea. It will take me to a listing of all of the articles in that category. Now, depending on the site you're building, you might not want to have the author name, creation date and time, the modified date and time showing up on your site. Unless it's a blog, I usually hide those. Do I want to show navigation? Yes, because if I have a multi-page article or a multi-page layout for a blog, I want people to be able to work their way through that. A read more link is important. If I have it set up so they only see the intro text, then a read more shows up at the bottom of that intro text so they can read the rest of the article. And Joomla has a built-in article rating and voting system. And again, if you want to have that, you can just click show there. One of the great things about Joomla is the idea that you can share all of the articles with your friends through an email, print, and PDF icon. If you want them set up as icons, you can have it show. If you want it to be text, you just click hide. Then PDF, print, and email will be in text, not in icon format. I don't usually show the hits to my articles. That's not a big deal for most people. And each feed item, that's an RSS feed, should show the full text or the intro text. Again, an RSS feed by its very nature is meant to be brief, so usually just leave it with the intro text. Filtering options is an interesting thing if you have multiple people giving you content for your site. If you're the only one editing content on your site, don't worry about any of this. But if multiple people are, you can filter who has the authority to put certain kinds of HTML code into your articles. You can filter tags and attributes based on level of user, add them to a blacklist or a whitelist, or you can even limit people to having no ability to putting HTML in their content items. Again, if you're the only one or if a very few trusted people are entering content on your site, just leave this alone. The interesting thing about article parameters is that this is the global configuration. Every one of these parameters can be customized at both the menu layer, the section layer, the category layer, and right down to the article itself. But if you have these set globally the way you want, then they become the norm, and articles, sections, categories, or menus can become the exception. So it's a good idea to make sure you use this global configuration to set up things the way it's going to be most of the time. All right, that's all there is to the global configuration in the Article Manager.